Hello and welcome to round 13 of the Go2Whoa series. This is the G4 Assetto Corsa Competizione series. My name is Nick and I will be doing the commentary for you tonight and the streaming, so welcome aboard. We're in for a good one. So we're in for a race around Suzuka. Looks like we're doing it at night as well. So Suzuka is the scene of a lot of endurance racing. 6 hours of Suzuka, I think, is a pretty famous race, both motorcycle and car racing. So hopefully we're in for a good one. A little bit of a lighter field tonight. So there's a big rugby league game happening. Rugby league game happening in Queensland, Townsville. State of Origin's on tonight, so a few of the drivers decided to watch that rather than race, and you know what, I can't blame them. It's a pretty big deal in this country, so good for them, and I hope their team wins tonight. So a little bit about this week. So as I bring up the graphic here, alright, so the Suzuka circuit, so it's an 18 turn 5.8 kilometre circuit. Quite a favourite amongst a lot of drivers. I know it's one of my favourite tracks, favourite all-time tracks to both to drive and commentate on. It's a track that has a lot of flow. It's a mixture of technical plus the fast corners as well. So obviously a lot of Sector 1 through the Centre S's, plus the infamous Turn 7, which is Dunlop Curve. You've got Degner 1, Degner 2, and then you come into the famous hairpin, then coming around Spoon Curve and 130R. So a lot of famous named corners around here. A lot of Formula One championships have been decided around this circuit as well. So it's got a lot of history. So hopefully these boys tonight can put on a good race for you. So that's a little bit about the circuit. It's the only figure 8 circuit, I think, in this game anyway, and I think around the world. I don't know if there's many other figure 8 circuits going around. So that's one of its distinguishing characteristics. A little bit about last week. So last week we were in Laguna Seca, so another track that has quite a distinct characteristic, particularly that corkscrew. So it was someone awesome who took out the pole position. And it was a lights to flag finish for him. So he was able to finish P1 after the previous week we were in Imola for the 90-minute enduro, and he finished P3 after an early skirmish at the beginning of the race. So it was a great comeback drive from him. But he was able to finish P1. It was Angry Old Fella who was able to finish P2. So Angry Old Fella, in that Mercedes, one of the pro drivers in the league. So is someone awesome. He's one of the pro drivers. And then Incy was able to take P3. So he's a Pro-Am driver. He was able to take the final podium position in P3 last week around Laguna Seca. So it was a good race from start to finish. A few of the guys who raced last week aren't racing tonight, but that's all right. It's not quantity, it's quality. So, and I think we've got about 14 very, very high quality drivers ready to put on a good show tonight. Let's have a look at the championship table as I bring this up. So starting to come towards the business end of the season. So as you can see there, it is that man, Someone Awesome, on top. So here's a total of 310 points. So just to give you an idea on the colour coding, it's blue indicates the pro drivers and yellow indicates the Pro-Am drivers. So it's Ty Morgo, 52 points behind Someone Awesome. He's on 248. So Ty Morgo representing Copperback Racing. It's Wheezy Weston. So he is in the Maserati. He's on 241 points. So only 7 points behind Ty Morgo there in P3. He's not racing tonight. So the Ryko Racing man, I'm not too sure where he is, but he's not in there at the moment. He might join a little bit later, but he won't be racing. He won't accumulate any more points tonight. After that, it's Eagle Wing Death Roll. He is in P4 in that BMW, so number 0 from Dragon Wonton Racing. He is currently P4 on 217 points. 202 points is Brenticles, one of the pro drivers from Soft Porn Racing. So he's on 202. Stanhouse in that little McLaren of his. He is down in P5 on 167 points. Now on 148 points is Angry Old Fella, only 2 points ahead of Mersey Blue. So from Lethargy Racing, one of the pro drivers again, he's 146 points. The first of the Pro-Am drivers is Morningstar Mike, the other BMW driver. So he's on 132 points, representing Happy Endings Baby Oil Racing. Then it's Big Les Gaming. So Big Les always commenting a lot about how he's having such a good time in the league. He's down there as well in his Mercedes. He's on 114 points. Then it's Psycho Agency. He's one of the other Lethargy drivers. So he's on 108. And then you've got Exo. He is in the other BMW. And he's on 104. So he's from Happy Endings Baby Oil Racing as well. So good to see him doing well. He also picked up a win last night in the Roo series. Green light. And after that, it's Bits of Missing, Hammer, Curver, Vert Wheeler, Exploded Argon, AB Saints, Stubbies, Team Little Bear, BV Racing, Cheese Noodles, and Incy. So let's get to the racing. So these boys are underway. We're underway, yep. Session has ended, so we're just waiting for the session to start up. So I thought it was, there it is. Here we go. That's a bit better. Alright, cool. So, looks like it's Big Les Gaming. It's coming through the Center S's. So let's jump on board actually and do a quick lap around the Suzuka circuit, get a bit of a feel for it. So just coming up through the Center S's now. So this is turn 7, just heading through Dunlop. So it's a tricky turn, this one. It's quite a long radius on it, so you need to have a little bit of patience. And you want to throw it into Degner 1. Down into third here for Degner 2, so he goes down into second here under the bridge. As I was talking about earlier, one of the distinctive characteristics of the circuit is the figure 8 formation. Then into the hairpin. So braking, you want to brake nice and hard here. It's got a little dip in it, so it makes it a little bit tricky sometimes, particularly in the wet. And you want to go through this turn here. It's turn 12. It's called, it's like 170. It's the degree of the turn. And then the 130 after. And then this is Spoon Curve. So this is another one that can often catch people out. Sometimes a popular overtaking spot, people trying to get past other drivers to head onto the main straight, or what you can call the main straight. Just before they come through, it's the infamous 130R. So you see here he goes down to, it's down into 5th gear. Just a little lift there, down into 5th, navigates through there, then into the hairpin. So the scene of quite a few infamous incidents here, especially any Senna and Prost fans. Onto the main straight. Then turn 1, it's a bit of like a double apex kind of corner as well. All the way up in the 6th gear, touching on almost 250 kilometres, down into 4th. I try and drift the car out wide, set it up for turn 2, so kissing that apex. Sometimes run the car a little bit wide. Want to try and get a nice tight line. Starting to come through the Schumacher S's is what they're called now. The Senna S's, sorry, the Senna S's, my mistake. This one is a 5 and 6, especially 6. It's a bit tighter turn. and then back into Dunlop. So that's it's a lap of the Suzuka circuit thanks to Big Les. Let's get back to the action. Alright, so no one's set a time as of yet. We had quite a few cars on track. This is a 15-minute qualifying session. Times that were being done in free practice was a 2:13.5 was the highest, the best time. Sorry. So we'll see what these guys can do around there. In the meantime, I'll just fix all that up. Beautiful. All right, should all be good to go. Great. So this is Mercy Blue. Had a decent outing last week. See what he can do in that Audi. As far as weather progression goes, I'm not too sure if it's going to clear up and go into daylight or if it will. What time is it? It is. Let's see what time it is on the track time. So we'll have to wait and see. That's going to be a little bit of a special little Easter egg for us. We'll see how we go as the time progresses. So Mersey Blue coming across the line now. He's not setting a time on this one. Oh, he does. A 2:15.036. Big Les would have been on a qualifying lap. He is. He goes P1 with a 2:13.3. So a little bit off, a little bit faster, sorry, than the times in practice. See Black Wildcats. No, he's in the pits. Oh, Angry Old Fella. So last week he was P2. He goes P2 right now. So can't quite top Big Les's time. AB Saints coming around in that Camaro of his. Let's see if he's going to set a time. He does. He goes P4. Hammer is coming around in the Mercedes. Here he comes in that, you can't miss it during the day. And it's good that he's got the fluorescent yellow at night coming through the final chicane here. So 12 and that's 17, 18. Let's see what he can do. It's Exo sets a time as well with a P6. So a little bit off the pace there. So I'm sure will go again. And Hammett sets it P4 time, so nice time from him. Eagle in death roll. I was watching him in practice. He was just chucking it through Dagda 1, Dagda 2. Car was right on the limit. So let's see what time he can put in now. He goes P2. If that looks like it's a 2:13.6, roughly, almost a 2:13.7. Who else do we have out there? I think we've got number 70. This is Someone Awesome. So last week's pole position winner, place and winner. Let's see what he can do is Stacey Vanjik. I hope I pronounced your surname right. Woo, go Hammer. So we've got a fan of Hammer in the chat. So Someone Awesome comes across the line. It looks like he's about to set off on his first flying lap. Let's see if we can get a couple of the other drivers. Might be on hot laps now, or might stick with Someone Awesome for now, actually. But, oh, I didn't pronounce it, sorry. Those, the D-I-J-K at the end, that kind of gets me, so I do apologise, Stacey. Alright, so this is someone just coming through Dunlop now. So it's one of those corners where you get a little bit greedy on the throttle there, and you got to wait a little bit, wait, and then go through Dagda 1, Dagda 2, under the bridge. And into the hairpin. So this is often a spot of overtaking as well. We're over halfway through the session. It's currently Big Les on pole. Mersey Blue just following someone awesome at the moment. But it's Big Les, Eagle Win Death Roll in P2 and Angry Old Fella in P3. Big Les and Angry are in the pit, so is AB Saints. Everyone else is out there, including this man, Someone Awesome. So we'll see what time he can set. Oh, thanks, Stacey. You're very kind. No one can pronounce your surname. That's all right. I think I'll just call you Stacey from now on. How's that? All right, here comes someone through the 130R. This will be the end of his first time lap. We'll see what he's got in store for us. See if he can get another pole position. So sliding it through the final turn there, final turn of the chicane. What does he do? He goes P3. There's the Blue in P5, so nice work from those guys. Looks like we have that number 36 it is. Oh, that's Wildcats. Black Wildcats. I've not seen this name before. Not a problem, Big Les. Thanks again for the stream. Should be a good race. Hope we deliver a good show. You always deliver a good show, Big Les, so no doubt tonight will be the same. So thanks for the encouragement. So Black Wildcats, he had a little bit of an off there. I think I saw Stanhouse out there. Here he is. So he's just coming around Spoon Curve now. In the orange and black McLaren of his, heading along that back, you can call it a straight, sort of a straight with a little bit of a curve in it. Heading towards the 130R, those brake discs glowing in the darkness. Look phenomenal, he's got his lights on. Let's see what he can set. So he's not set a time. We've got less than 5 minutes left in the session. It's that man, Big Les Gaming. He's on pole position for now. Let's see if let's see what Stanhouse can do if he can unseat him. He crosses the line now. He goes P7. So nice time there from Stanhouse in the McLaren of his. Alright, I think there is that number 70. It is Someone Awesome. Let's see if he goes again. As the clock ticks over 4 minutes remaining in the session. Let us know if the audio is okay. I've turned it right up to 100 tonight. I thought I'd go all out, make it louder rather than quieter. You can always turn it down, but hope it's coming through loud and clear. Someone Awesome. Another lap now, so he's currently P3. Let's see if he can improve that time as he's about to cross the line. And he will remain in P3 for now. Looks like Exo might be on a lap. So he won the, I think it might have been the AM2 race last night in Ruse. So big, massive congratulations to Exo. Well done to him. That nice liveried BMW. So there's only 2 BMWs in the race tonight. Him and Eagle Win Death Roll. He's going to come across the line. So he's one of the Pro-Am drivers from Happy Endings Baby Oil Racing. Doesn't improve his time, so he'll remain in P9 for now. Psycho, he's yet to set a time, so he's just coming through turn 1, turn 2 now. Might get back to him very, very shortly. See another driver out there on a hot lap though. This is Angry Old Fella. So he was P2 last week. Looks like Black Wildcats having a little bit of trouble there just out of Spoon Curve. So what can Angry do? He's currently P5 right now, as we have just under 2 minutes left in the session. Comes through that chicane. Coming through the final turn. So you want to keep that wider line so you get... Oh, he comes in a tighter line, so that would indicate possibly on a faster lap. He remains P5 for now. What about Psycho? So he's not yet set a time. He's just coming around the hairpin. He's got Exo in front of him. Maybe get a little toe from him. Just trying to look at the attitude of the car to see if he might be on a hot lap, because I saw Exo past him. Not sure. So only 3 drivers yet to set a time. This man on screen, Curver, and Black Wildcats as well. So we've got just over a minute remaining in the session. We'll try and pick everyone up, but at the moment it's someone awesome. So he's just slipped up to the top of the timesheets there. He's pipped Big Les Gaming by a 10th. It's tied at the top between someone awesome, Big Les Gaming, and Eagle Wind. It's just a 10th between those 3. Then it's a little bit more of a gap between to Mersey Blue, Angry Old Fella, and Stanhouse. So a slightly smaller field than usual. But as mentioned earlier, the State of Origin is on tonight. New South Wales versus Queensland. I'm a Victorian, so it's not as big a deal down here. It was supposed to be at the MCG tonight, but COVID put a stop to that. And Psycho still yet to set a time. Stanhouse, though, this will be his last trip around the circuit before we go racing. So he's currently P6, and this is his final chance to move up a little bit further up the grid. In saying that, a smaller grid means more opportunities for points. As we've gone 000. So this is going to be Stanhouse. Angry Old Fella's not far behind him, so we'll pick him up very, very shortly. But in the meantime, Stanhouse remains in P6, so that's where he will start the race. Angry Old Fella, he's looking to start a little bit further up than P5 right now. Throwing it through the final chicane. That final turn. Let's see what he can do as he crosses the line. If he can improve on his time. He does. He goes to P4. So good result there from Angry Old Fella. What about Mersey Blue? What has he got for us in that Audi of his? Oh, he's going to come into the pits. Alright. So, what about Psycho? Is he finally going to get a lap? Curver and Black Wildcats haven't managed to set a lap. Look at Exo getting right out of the way. That spoon curve. Oh, he's hit him. He's hit him as he's come back onto the track. So, not too sure what's happened between those two. But that's going to put a stop to Psycho's charge. He will remain down there in P13. So, that's going to be our grid for, this is round 13. Of the Go2Whoa GT4 series. But it's someone awesome on pole position. Big Les Gaming in P2. Eagle Wind P3. Angry Old Fella P4. Mersey Blue, he's going to begin in P5. And you have Stanhouse, Hammer, BV Racing in 6, 7, 8. Vert Wheeler P9. Exo P11. P12 is going to be AB Saints. And then, not too sure what's happened there, but the last 4 will be Bits and Miss and Black Wildcats, Curver. Black Wildcats and Curvers. Black Wildcats on there twice. I'm not too sure what's happening with it, but that's our grid. We'll get underway very shortly for 60 minutes around the 18-turn, 5.8 kilometre mighty Suzuka circuit. Going to try something a little bit different tonight. So I'm going to try and actually just track the pit stops. So there's 2 mandatory pit stops required in this league. So I'm going to try and track them tonight. We've only got 14 cars. So I think I've got a good chance of doing it, just to work out the strategy. I don't have a co-commentator with me, so I've kind of got to do like the color stuff and the strategy stuff, which I'm not going to lie, I'm not the best at. But you know what? You got to push yourself. You got to try new things. That's the way you get better. You grow. Get outside your comfort zone. So I'll try my best. Bear with me. And try and bring you a good quality stream at the same time. So hopefully we can get this one underway shortly. A little bit about the Suzuka circuit. Like I was saying earlier, it is one of my favourites. So I've got some Dutch heritage in me, and the favourite part that I like about this circuit, it was actually it was designed by a Dutchman. So his name escapes me for now. It's like Hubert Hugenholtz, I think was his name. John Hugenholtz, sorry. And even an interesting little tidbit there is that I think it's turn 3 at the Zandvoort circuit is actually named Hugenholtz in honour of John Hugenholtz, who designed this circuit. So thought that was a nice little tidbit. Also, Degner 1, Degner 2, kind of a little bit morbid, but they're actually named after a motorcyclist who had the surname Degner, who crashed at the corners and passed away, unfortunately. So in honour of him, they named Degner 1, Degner 2 in honour of him. So that's a nice touch. And this is probably my one of my favourites. So the Suzuka circuit has featured in a number of games. It's probably one of the most heavily featured tracks in video game history. So maybe some games you've never heard of before. Pole Position 2, that was a bit of a favourite. The Ferrari 355 Challenge, I remember that one. Super Monaco Grand Prix, that's going back a while. First appeared in the Gran Turismo series in Gran Turismo 4 and onwards. Moto GP 3 and 4. Even NASCAR 98, the East Course, was actually featured in that game. And Project Cars 1 and 2, they've got a version of the circuit, but due to licensing, they actually they don't call it Suzuka, and it's a slightly modified version. I guess like when you do a cover band and they play like a slightly modified version of the song, so they avoid copyright. So yeah, a little bit of history about the circuit, but we're about to get this one underway. Alright, so we're going to be with Psycho for now. It's not a bad place to be. P9, got the heli cam. So they're going to do their warm-up lap. It's 1:33 a.m. starting time. So we'll see how fast the time progresses. It's already gone a minute. So we may even finish with a little bit of daylight. But I have to say, at night, especially that Ferris wheel in the foreground, lighting up, and it is a track that actually does the Suzuka 6 hour, hosts motorcycle endurance racing as well. So motorcycle racing is very, very popular in Japan. Honda circuit as well. So you see a Honda racing sign in the foreground there. Psycho just weaving left and right as the Ferris wheel. Glowing green, flashing. Hopefully see a lot of green racing tonight. So Psycho, he's down P9. He is representing Lethargy Racing. One of the, he is a pro driver in that Mercedes. So we're going to see how he goes coming from P9 tonight. He's got AB Saint, oh that's BV Racing in front of him. That's Bert Wheeler. There's Very enthusiastic. He's ready to get this one underway, Vert Wheeler. Looks like we might... Oh, that's Exo's turned around at the hairpin. So he's made a mistake on the warm-up lap. He had a rough time of it last week in Laguna Seca. So hopefully his race does improve from there. Yeah, I think we picked up a Porsche there at the back. We'll find out in a minute. It's locked me out of the... I can't go... Yeah, I can only go to the drive. Can't go back to the pits yet. But it'll be alright. We'll get it... Once we get underway, we'll be able to get all the different cars. So everyone warming up those tyres. So important to get the tyres and the brakes nice and warm before we get underway when they come across the line. So nothing worse than not getting those brakes up to temperature. Having those tyres up to temperature makes such a massive difference. Particularly this game as well, where it is quite simulation heavy. And look at that scene. Cars weaving up and down, left to right, up the back straight as they come through the 130R. So quite a sight to behold. As they now they get side by side. Looks like the weather's going to stay pretty clear. I reckon the way the time's going, get a little bit of daylight by the end of this one, so that's going to be exciting to watch as well with that sun coming up as they make their way through the chicane, through the Casio triangle is what they call it. And we're going to get this one underway. So just backing the pack up now, everyone getting side by side in their positions. When they cross the line, this one will start. So this is round 13 of Go2Whoa GT4 ACC series. They have crossed the line. Let's go racing. So looks like we've got a pretty good start there. Angry old fella splitting Big Les and Someone Awesome as they go into turn 1. Looks like it was Someone Awesome got the jump into there. It was Big Les is in P3. Let me quickly get to this. Here we go. So Someone Awesome at the front. Looks like, oh, there's a Porsche that's going around in the background. I think that might have been Curver. Yeah, I think it was. So we'll get back to the front. So he's down in P13 right now. He's dropped down into P14. But Someone Awesome, this man on screen. He's got the 001 flashing on the front of his windscreen, because that indicates the position that he's in. So he's just coming around Dunlop curve now. Big Les and Eagle Wing Death Roll about to come through Degner 1, Degner 2. So far so good. We've got everyone. Looks like had a few stragglers at the back. So it looks like Curver, might have been Exo and Black Wildcats. So they're all, we've got a few stragglers. But everyone else has seemed to manage to get away. So coming through the hairpin for the first time. Down through turn 12 now into Spoon Curve. This is Eagle Wind. He's going to give chase to Big Les Gaming. That Mercedes. I've got the feeling Big Les is pretty fired up for this one. He wants a win. And so I think he's going to throw everything and the kitchen sink at Someone Awesome tonight to try and get that win. I think this is a good opportunity for him as they come through the 130R for the first time tonight. It's going to be Someone Awesome. He's going to lead him through the Casio triangle and finish lap 1. Getting that BMW, riding those curves nice and hard. Come up along the front straight. This is Stanhouse. He's going to chase down Mersey Blue in that Audi. So that'll be a nice little battle between those two. Love the attention to detail in this game as well. When the lights are pointed to the screen, they've got sort of the dirt and the grit. Oh, Stanhouse. That's Mersey Blue. He runs wide at turn 1. Not wide enough for Stanhouse to get through though. So Stanhouse will remain behind him. That's P5 and P6 respectively between those two. Oh, that was Hammer. He was getting a little bit sort of slippery there. I think that was through the final S's there. That was turn 6 coming into Dunlop. So we'll see if Dunlop claims any victims tonight. BV Racing, he's down in P9 with Psycho. Throwing it through the Degners there. All the cars look brilliant coming through there. Oh, that was, I think it might have been AB Saints running a bit wide through Degner 2. So that'll give Curver an opportunity. Maybe he can have a go at him into the hairpin now. He does. Oh, he gets right up close, thinks better of it. We'll try and stay nice and close and get a run on AB Saints as they come up through turn 12, heading into Spoon Curve. But at the front is someone awesome. He's pulled a second gap already on Big Les Gaming. And it's Eagle Wind, Death Roll, and Angry Old Fella. We'll get to them in a moment. I don't think BB Racing. Oh, he gets a little bit untidy there through Spoon. So we'll get to the the 4 guys at the front. We don't count out Angry Old Fella there. He was P2 last week, so he's not messing around either. Big Les closing right up into the Casio Triangle behind. Oh no! That's Eagle. He's gotten a little bit loose through the Casio Triangle there. Angry Old Fella's going to try and capitalise this as they run onto the front straight now. So can he get a good enough run into turn 1? Try and send it maybe up the inside. No. So he thinks better of it there. Oh, but Eagle runs wide anyway. Oh no, Angry Old Fella gets a big snap of oversteer coming out of turn 2. So both drivers making little mistakes there. Pretty much it means they're able to maintain their positions. Angry will want to try and get past Eagle Wind. Obviously Angry is one of the pro drivers. Eagle Wind, he's also one of the other pro drivers, so from Dragon Wonton Racing. Always makes me think of wontons and dumplings. Hear that team name. Got a good little battle brewing between these two right now. Someone Awesome's just sort of pulled out that gap a little bit more. He's 1.4 seconds now between him and Big Les Gaming. Oh, that's 974. Curver, he's had an off at Degner 1. I can't see him. It's a terrible camera angle. But Wheeler, he's going to put the move on AB Saints. This is coming into Spoon Curve. And he's able to get past AB. AB giving chase. You can see the car there just sort of getting a little bit loose. Oh, they both run pretty deep there into the chicane. So we saw that before with Eagle Wind and Angry Old Fella, just making little mistakes, keeping them in the same positions. Battle at the front there. This was Angry Old Fella and Eagle Wind. So there, P3, P4. And someone awesome. He's maintaining that 1.3 second gap between him and Big Les and the other Mercedes. sending it through. Degna 1, Degna 2. So that's someone awesome here. This is our top 4. So still pretty compacted. And then you got a nice little pack behind them with Mersey Blue, Stanhouse, and Psycho. Hammer's just trailing off them for now. So you've sort of got a group of 4 and then a little pack of 3, a little trio, an awesome foursome at the front and then a trio of cars behind them. So no one's pitted as yet, so no early pit stop strategies. We'll see what everyone's strategies is as the race unfolds. But for now, it's someone awesome. He's pulled out a bit more of a gap there. I think Big Les might have had a moment because he's he's fallen right off and he's in the clutches of Eagle Wind Death Roll right now. Oh, Angry Old Fella, he runs wide at the Casio Triangle, so he's had to take the emergency road exit there. Easy to do there, easy to run deep, miss your braking point. That's someone awesome just weaving out in front, so I'm not too sure if that's to try and get some heat into his tyres. He's having trouble with tyre temperature, tyre pressure, or might just be bored out in front, you don't know. But he's going for 2 wins in a row. Still, obviously, a long way to go in this one. We're only approaching the 10-minute mark. So it's a 60-minute race. The old cliche, there's a long way to go. There's a long way to go for this man. He's pulled it back to 1.4 now, so he might have had a moment on the last lap there. But Eagle Wind's still only 10th behind him. And then Angry Old Fella, he's just hanging in there as well. So his top 4 still pretty close. So just looking for any indication there that someone awesome might have some issues with tyre temperature. We can't really see anything. I'll just step away from this for a moment. We've got Psycho and Stanhouse. Said that they were pretty close. They are. So coming through turn 12 there into Spoon Curve. This is Psycho on screen. So he's right behind Stanhouse now. So we mentioned earlier Spoon, coming out of Spoon's often passing opportunity. Psycho's going to try and get the toe. Be a brave man to go around the outside at 130R, but you can set them up to get the pass complete into the Casio Triangle, but it looks like he's going to be a little bit too far back. You'd have to send a suicide mission to dive bomb in there. You just don't get that sort of behaviour in this league with the quality of drivers that we have in this league. So none of those shenanigans. It's that sort of open lobby kind of behaviour. We don't see that in the Go2Whoa series. Alright, so we'll step away from this one for a moment. We'll get back to Eagle Wind and Angry Old Fella, who are giving chase to Big Les Gaming. Alright, it looks like Eagle Wind has managed to get past Big Les. So that's coming through the center S's there. So he's managed to get past the Mercedes driver. Just picked up right at the very end of it. So Eagle Wind Death Roll, he is on his way now. He is going to give chase to someone awesome. Oh, Angry Old Fella getting a little bit untidy there through Degna 1. Looks like he's able to pull it together again for Degna 2. This is our top 4 on screen. So it's pretty close between them all, which is what you want. We've only got 13 drivers now, so I think we lost one. That would be Curver, I believe. Yeah, we've lost Curver. So I'm not too sure if he pit and quit, or if he had an accident or a connection issue, whatever it is. We're down to 13 drivers. So, smaller field, but it doesn't mean the racing's any less. The racing's just as good as if we had the full grid of 20 cars. So this man here, Eagle, he's giving chase to someone awesome. So, get back to on A3. Yep, there he is. Just looking at some other battles down the pack. A little bit closer here. What about Stanhouse? Oh, there he goes. Oh, he's made contact. He's made contact at the chicane. So that was with Mersey Blue. We picked up right at the end of that one. He's flicked the windscreen wiper button, and he's going to pit. So Stanhouse is pitting on lap 6. So that was damage though. I'm going to put down there. I'm going to try my little tracker. So he was battling it out with Mersey Blue, who's in P5. So this man here, Psycho, he's going to chase down Mersey Blue now. Don't know if Mersey picked up any damage. Doesn't look like it for now. Can't really see anything that the attitude of the car indicates there is damage. So he looks like he's going to be alright, Mersey. Coming under the bridge. Just keeping an eye out front. It's less than a second now between Someone Awesome and Eagle Wind. So I'll monitor that while we've got these two cars on the screen. To that in a moment. We'll just see how this plays out for the rest of the lap, as we have the first 15 minutes, first quarter of the race is completed. Good time to do an update. So it's Someone Awesome leading from Eagle Wind Death Roll, from Big Les Gaming in P3. It's Angry Old Fella in P5. Angry Old Fella in P4. Eagle Wind's right up close to Someone Awesome now, so I'll just put the update on hold. Someone's lost it! Someone's lost it at the chicane. I was like, where was he? So he's made a mistake there. That means Eagle Wind Death Roll, he's moved into P1. So we've seen a few drivers making mistakes early on in this race, and Someone Awesome has joined the party. So he finds himself down in P2. Big Les Gaming is going to want to put the pressure on him. And Someone Awesome is going to fight now to get back up into P1. But in the meantime, Eagle Wind is our new race leader. So I'm not too sure. I think just ran a little bit deep into the chicane, and that was it. So Mersey Blue and Black Wildcat, they both pit. It is lap 7, so Mersey Blue, where are you, Mersey? There you are, lap 7, and then Black Wildcats on lap 7. Alright, so we've got 3 stops happened so far. So obviously it's a 2-stop race, we're only doing 60 minutes. When I say only 60 minutes, 60 minutes is still a long, it's a decent long race. Wheeler down in P8 with BV Racing. Oh, EXO is pitting as well. That's on lap 7. EXO, there we go. So we've seen 3 drivers pit on lap 7. Black Wildcats is still in there, so now he's on his way. I was going to say that might indicate that he's got some damage, but he's off and away now. Let's get back to Vert Wheeler. He was less than a second behind BB Racing. I'll keep an eye at the front though. So 4 drivers have completed their stops. Mersey, Stanhouse, AB Saints and EXO. Lap 6 was Stanhouse, but that was due to damage, I would think. And the other 3 were on lap 7. We're on lap 8. Just over 20 minutes left. Just over 40 minutes remaining. Where to go in this one? So that was Vert Wheeler. Just bringing it through the 130R. Hammer, he pits on lap 8. So he'll be the 5th driver to pit. Let's get back to the front here. So Big Les Gaming, he's just over half a second behind Someone Awesome. Pretty active in the chat, Big Les. Loves to get amongst it. He's expressed how much he likes being in the league a few times. Enjoying his driving, I suspect. Putting in a good effort right now, P3. So he started this one very well. He's representing Soft Porn Racing. He's one of the Pro-Am drivers as well. See that indicated by, I think it's indicated by the silver sticker on the back. And it's 1.8 seconds between Eagle Wind and Someone Awesome. So I think he was about 1.3 seconds behind Big Les when he was in P2, chasing down Someone Awesome. Big Les a little bit untidy there through the Casio Triangle. So does that open it up for Angry Old Fella? And we see 2 cars pitting in. So that's Eagle Wind Death Roll. That is lap 8. And it's Someone Awesome as well. So the P1 and P2 are pitting. And this is Angry Old Fella looking to get past Big Les Gaming. So they're in P1 and P2 now, and that's Black Wildcats getting out of the way. I'm not too sure if that's an Alpine or what model car that is. What make? Didn't think Alpine were in the game. Could be mistaken though, as it's GT4. Vert Wheeler, he's pitting as well. So it looks like that lap 8, that 20-minute mark, is the... Oh no, Exo's turned it around and Big Les has made contact with him at the chicane. So has he suffered any damage because of it? I'm not too sure. That was really, he was just he was an unfortunate victim in that one. That was just a racing incident. Psycho got a little bit too greedy on the throttle, turned it around, and then Big Les Gaming just collected him. Let's see if there is any visible damage. Sometimes it's hard to tell. Looks all right. Going through the 130R will probably give us a good indication if he's got any issue from it. Good thing for him was it was it's the slowest corner on the circuit, so if you want to hit anyone, that's probably the corner to do it. But Angry will have seen that. Big Les just has to sort of regain his composure now and keep pushing on. So Angry trying to pick up a toe. Passing opportunity into turn 1. If you can send it down the inside. Ducks out of the draft. Goes down the inside. Oh, they make contact. Big Les runs wide. So does Angry Old Fella. Big Les is able to take back the position. Angry Old Fella will rectify that. So they'll remain P1, P2. So you can see that coming from Angry. He set him up. Just made a little bit of contact. So Big Les, he's been in the wars tonight. He's still trucking on though. I'm not too sure though about that car. So he's copped another knock. You can see the war wounds. The battle scars if you like. So these two are going to resume hostilities as they come through Degna 2 under the bridge. So in terms of pit stops, we have Eagle, Someone Awesome, Mercy Blue, Stanhouse, Hammer, Vert Wheeler, AB Saints, Exo, and Black Wildcat. Black Wildcat hasn't pitted, so Exo has pitted. And I have 8 cars that have stopped on my little tracker as well. So I'm quite happy with myself. I've kept up. That's good. So they started pitting. It was Stanhouse pitted lap 6. Had a little bit of damage, but then drivers started coming in around about that 20-minute mark. Lap 7 was Black Wildcats and Mersey Blue. Then it was Hammer, Eagle Win, and Someone Awesome. So they've come out there. Eagle Wins in P5. Someone Awesome's in P6. That's a 3.4 second gap between those two. It's going to be interesting to see when these two pit. So one of 4 drivers yet to pit. Big Les. Oh, and here they come. So on lap 10, Big Les and Angry Old Fella. Alright, so that means Psycho will take the lead. But this man here, Eagle Win Death Roll. Let's see if he can take the lead. So they've both, I think they're both stationary now as he comes through the Casio Triangle. They're still staying. Angry gets going. Wonder if Big Les is... I don't think Big Les has done any repairs there because he's gone out just almost at the same time as Angry. And it's going to be close. Oh, look at this. They're coming out right together. And Big Les is in the lead. So Big Les... Oh, no, he's run wide at turn 2. That's opened it up for Eagle, so he's got the warmer tyres now. Can Angry Old Fella capitalise this and finally get past Big Les? No, he can't. As they're coming through the centre S's, and there's Someone Awesome in the background as well. So they've all completed their first stop, and they've all come out just as close as they were earlier. As we see BV Racing, he pits. And so does Hammer. So that's his second stop. He stopped earlier on lap 8. Angry Old Fella goes around Dunlop. Into Degna 1, not really a passing opportunity there, but if you can stick with him, opens up the chance to get past coming into the hairpin there. Hammer still in the pits. So look at this. This is our top 4 guys. Throw a blanket over him. Top 4. Psycho, he's out in the lead. He hasn't pitted yet. So we'll wait for him to pit. Everyone else has completed at least one stop. Hammer, he's completed both of his stops. He's down in P11 right now. So Psycho, he's just coming through the chicane now. We'll see if he decides to pit. No, he's going to continue on. This is Angry Old Fella. He's had a cracking battle with Big Les all race so far. Oh, they both run wide at the 130R. Oh, and Big Les has got the rough end of the stick there. Now he's going to come under pressure from Someone Awesome as they go through the chicane. He had to really crawl over the chicane then, just to try and keep someone awesome behind him. So we've seen a few cars there missing their braking point, just getting it a bit wrong, going a bit too deep. Now someone awesome pulling out of the draft. We saw this earlier with Angry Old Fella. Not quite close enough. So good, clean, hard racing between those two. And this is a cracking battle for the top 4 positions. Psycho went another lap. So he's still out there, but now someone awesome. So come through the center S's. Come up through Dunlop. That's not really a passing opportunity. He's going to try and have to stay with him until he gets to the hairpin. That's his next opportunity. Big Les run wide at Dunlop. Not really passing opportunity at Degner, but looks like someone awesome's going to get it done before then, so he doesn't need to worry about it. He does. So Big Les loses another position there to someone awesome. So he's just had a little bit of a rough time of it. Oh, there's XO. He's turned it around at the hairpin again. Hopefully Big Les doesn't hit him. No, none of the cars do. So he's managed to get out of everyone's way there. We saw XO have a rough time of it last week, and that seems to have continued on tonight. But this is an enthralling battle we have for the top 4 positions as we're approaching the halfway mark of this one. Big Les runs a little bit wide out of Spoon. It's easy to do through there. So maybe he does have a little bit of damage there that he didn't repair in the pits. Wanted to try and minimise his pit stop and keep his track position. Might end up working against him though. Oh, someone runs deep there. Here we go. So does that open up the door for Big Les Gaming? So, oh no, and that's someone awesome. He's pitting. Alright, so he's pitting on that 13, halfway mark. He completed his stop on lap 8 earlier. So let's see where he comes out. He's going angry. Cars looked a bit loose tonight for Angry Old Fella, especially coming through the Degners. So maybe he doesn't have it quite hooked up. It's quite the effort to try and get the car to your liking. These cars as well, there's not a lot of forgiveness in them either. It's not like you've got an abundance of horsepower that you can just, hold down the throttle and drive through any mistakes. You need to be a lot more accurate with your driving with these GT4 cars. Not saying that it's a walk in the park with the GT3 cars, as we see one of the cars driving over the bridge. That's quite a nice sight there, the camera angle. Starting to get a bit lighter as well. So time is flying by. So that makes it a little bit easier as well, easier to pick your braking points. Oh, Angry, running pretty wide out of there, coming out of the hairpin. I think Big Les, he might have a car might be wounded right now. Eagle Wind's sort of, he's not gapping them. So they're staying within striking distance though. AB Saints and Black Wildcats both pit. Pretty sure that's Black Wildcats. That's his second stop that I know of. It says that he still has 2 to go, so I'm not too sure what's happening with that. And Psycho, he's going again, so he's yet to pit. He's going through turn 1 and turn 2 now. And this man here in P2, he's just coming onto the final turn. So Psycho going with the long strategy. The drivers all behind him have pitted at least once. Going through into turn 1, so we Might do a, let's do a quick lap on board with this man. Eagle and death roll. I'll be quiet for a lap. Let's watch him do his thing. Oh, sorry, I had my microphone on mute. I do apologise. All right, so we saw the pit stops of that was Angry Old Fella and Eagle Wind. They pitted. Big Les, he has inherited the lead, inherited P2. Psycho's still yet to pit. So drivers still to complete their second stops. This man on screen, Stanhouse, Mersey Blue, Big Les Gaming, and Psycho is yet to complete any stops. And then Exo has one more to complete. So I was just thinking, Stanhouse is a good little performer. He's pretty solid. He's always up there. He's a goer. He's quite consistent. BV Racing, he pits again as well, so I think that might be a stop go. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on Stanhouse. The other guy, so it was Eagle Wind who pitted from the lead. I think Someone Awesome and Angry Old Fellas both managed to jump in that pit stop. So maybe Eagle Wind went a little bit wider on for fuel in the beginning, and he's had to take a longer second stop. As we see Someone Awesome just chucking it through the chicane. So maybe, he was a little bit wider on for fuel. That's why he was able to maintain about that 1.8 second lead. But Someone Awesome and Angry Old Fella are on similar fuel strategies. So they've managed to jump Eagle in the pits. essentially Angry Oddfella leading the race. Stop go cleared by BV Racing. Oh, someone awesome! Loses it coming around turn 2. So he'll just lose ground to Angry Oddfella. Not enough to fall into the clutches of Eagle Wind, who has a little bit of trouble as well. Oh, he almost lost it there. So just coming through the center S as it was through 5 and 6. He got a little bit ragged. So he almost lost it. That would have been a tragedy, a travesty. Wouldn't have been good. I'm absolutely loving watching the drivers just throwing it through Degner 1, Degner 2, just riding the curbs, throwing it through there. Looks beautiful. Psycho has finally pitted his first stop on lap 16 with just over 20 minutes left. So a very, very long first stint. These guys are coming around Spoon. Big Les, he's in P2. What will he do? He's going to continue on. So he's going to go around another trip. Mersey Blue, he's in P3 right now, yet to complete his second stop. He's going to complete it now. So Stanhouse will move up a position. Mersey Blue, lap 16, 17. Lap 17. There we go. So he pitted on lap 10, lap 7. So 10 laps difference between him. Let's get back to these guys though. Angry Oddfella and Someone Awesome. These two are going to duke it out till the end. Eagle Wind's going to want to get in on the action as well. We've seen all three drivers make mistakes tonight as well. So I hope we don't see any mistakes decide the race. But as we approach 20 minutes remaining in this one, the pressure is only going to increase. We've lost a couple of drivers. We've lost Mad Cats or whatever his name was. I can't remember what his name was in the Porsche. And we've also lost Curver. So we've lost 2. We're down to 12. But, oh, Angry! Almost drifting it through Dunlop. Yeah, you couldn't tell that we've only got 12 drivers. The action's been thick and fast, especially at the front. And it is getting very light now, so track temperature 14 degrees. It's at optimum, so no issues there. Top 3 is Big Les, Psycho and Stanhouse, but all yet to pit. Sending that Mercedes of his through Spoon. Someone Awesome ran a little bit wide there, but that's okay. It's probably an optimal line using all the track available to him there. He looks like he's got a good run on Angry here. He'd be a brave man to try and pass through the 130R. I was going to say, if he was close enough, he might be able to set him up coming into the Casio Triangle. Thinks better of it. Might want to just try and tuck in right behind him here and get a run into turn 1. As Angry Oddfella just riding those curbs, nice and aggressive. Someone not quite close enough to get a good toe on him. We've still got over a quarter of race distance to go, so we've still got plenty of time. This is essentially for the lead, with Stanhouse, Psycho and Big Les still yet to pit. Big Les, he's just coming through Degner 2 now, so he's got a bit of a gap on them. Will he be able to pull out a big enough gap to keep a pit stop in his pocket and still come out in front? Big Les, he pitted lap 10. little while ago now. Angry just drifting it through Dunlop again. You can see him working away furiously on the wheel, on the steering wheel. Ooh, they both run pretty wide, maximum track limits there for both of them. Oh, someone awesome. They're both a little bit untidy through Degner 2. So track is at optimum. Tyre degradation doesn't usually play that much of a part in it. So yeah, it's more those long radius corners that Angry seems to be sort of a little bit loose in. So it might just be with the setup, and he runs wide through Spoon Curve. Just as we say it, is that going to be enough for someone awesome to get the jump on him? He's going to tuck right in under that wing of the Mercedes as they come up the back straight. We want to try and get this done before the 130R. He's not going to, so he's going to try and keep in that slipstream. And then pull the move into the Casio Triangle chicane. Around the outside, that is the long way around. Might sort of go for the crisscross. No, he doesn't. So this is all good for Eagle Wind. Just hovering in the background there. Someone taking an alternative line to Angry Oddfella as they come up the front straight. So another passing opportunity into turn 1. Still not close enough. So you're definitely not going to see any crazy dive bombs from someone awesome. He's too good of a driver for that. So you're only going to see good, clean, fair, hard racing between these two. As we see Big Les Gaming, he's pitting. He's in the pits. Oh, I missed it. I was watching the action on the track. Sorry. Yeah, so he's going to come out now. Big Les, he's coming out there now. So he is going to be, as we've got another pit stop, so that's EXO. Get back to these in the front. So EXO and AB Saints again. That's... AB Saints has had a few stops tonight. So is EXO as well. Oh no, this is only his second stop. Is that Angry? Did he run a bit wide through Degner 2? I was just writing something down, so I missed it a little bit there. Made a little mistake, and that's opening up for Eagle Wind. So he's right on these front two now. So we're just waiting for Stanhouse and Psycho to pit. Just having a look where they are on the track map. As Eagle Wind and Angry going at it through Spoon Curve. Both drivers run a little bit wide through there. But that's all right. You want to keep it nice and wide. We saw on the onboard that was the line that Eagle Wind was taking. So that's interesting. It's Big Les Gaming. He pitted again, but it hasn't registered, so I'm not sure what's happened there. It was definitely his second stop, so maybe he hasn't added any fuel. That can sometimes cause you not to be official, or he's come in for a repair. I'm not too sure what's happened to him there. This is P3, P4, P5, but Stanhouse and Psycho get to pit for their second stops. As we've ticked over, we've got less than a quarter race distance left in this one. 13 minutes to be exact remaining in round 13 of the Go2Whoa GT4 series. Angry, we're just getting used to that now. He's customary sort of just drifting it through Dunlop. So maybe that's just his driving style. That's what he feels nice and comfortable with. I say go for it. If that's your style, then do it. Whatever makes you fast. He was P2 last week. Someone Awesome was P1. Eagle Wind from memory, can't remember where he finished. I know Incy was P3, so Eagle in contention right now. If you're watching live and you want to know what the State of Origin score is, I don't know. So I assume it started by now. Spread out now, these three. So really we're going to wait for this man here, Psycho. When is he going to pit? He only pitted recently, 4 laps ago. 5 laps ago now. He's got a decent gap on them. So this is that little trio of Someone Awesome, Angry Oddfellow and Eagle Wind. They're all just coming through this chicane now, and looks like Big Les Gaming, his pit stop has cleared. I think AB Saints has pitted again. Not too sure if he's still in there from his earlier stop, because that would be his, I think his 4th stop of the evening. Yes, it's going to be interesting to see if Psycho going on the long strategy. I dare say he's probably going to leave it right until the very last minute. He's going to leave it as long as he possibly can. Oh, Angry. Getting a little bit loose there through the centre S's. Opening up for this man in the BMW. Eagle Wind Death Roll. I think started on the lighter fuel load. So had the longer pit stop. So Someone Awesome and Angry were able to jump in. Since then though, he's managed to catch them. Someone Awesome just pulling away a little bit now from Angry Old Fella. Oh, who runs wide through Degma 2? He ran very wide. He got onto the dirt there. There's a lot of runoff there. But that's opened up the door for Eagle Wind Death Roll, and he's able to get that done coming into the chicane, the hairpin turn. Turn 11. So nice job there from Eagle Wind. Manages to capitalise on Angry Old Fella's mistake through Degma 2. So he ran very, very wide and was able to complete the pass. So Angry will want to just reset, brush it off, and go again. Find that rhythm again. And he's still got just under 10 minutes left to try and do something about it. We see the conditions very, very light now, so no need for lights. So Psycho, he pits. So Psycho pits on lap 21. These guys coming around through the... Oh no! Eagle Wind ran too wide through the chicane. Had to pull out of it, and he's given the position to Angry Old Fella, so that's good driving from Eagle Wind. And Stanhouse has pitted as well. On lap 21. Alright, so they'll drop down. They'll probably come out around about P4, P5, I would think. There's the blue coming around. Oh, and Exo looks like he's had a spin through Dunlop. So these guys are coming through the centre S's, so they're a little bit away from Dunlop. Hopefully he can regather it before they get there. He does. So he'll continue on. And just looking at Stanhouse and Mersey Blue. Looks like they're going to... Where are they going to come out? Probably P5, P6, I would say. Yeah, P5, P6, just in front of Hammer. And now the timing monitor has fixed itself. And we see that man in the foreground in the green Mercedes. Someone Awesome, he's leading the way as Eagle Wind Death Roll. He runs very, very wide through Degna 2. And that's opened up the opportunity for Angry Old Fella, who's been able to retake that position. So we saw them swap positions earlier on. I did miss that. I was just looking at the track map. My apologies. Someone Awesome's got a decent gap on these two. Psycho not really in the hunt for a podium as of yet, it would take a pretty monumental mistake from either of these two drivers for him to get onto the podium. We did see, no, it wasn't in this league, so I won't bring that up. All over the back of Angry, and he got a little bit too ambitious through the 130R, ran a little bit too wide. All three, the top three, make a mistake through the Casio chicane out of the 130R. So it's not beyond the realms of possibility. We see Exo there. He's down in P11. He's had a bit of a rough race. So hopefully sees those blue flags waving, lets the front guys through. Making their way through the center S's to begin the lap. We know this is lap 23. We don't count the laps, we just count minutes around here, which we only have 6 left out of 60. So Exo running a bit wide there through Degna 1. Oh, so is someone awesome out of Degna 2. Exo moves out of the way. Good driving, Exo. Everyone has completed all of their stops. So Vert, Wheeler, and is the only one that didn't pick up his second stop. That's not too bad, I reckon. Come through Spoon. Might use a different camera angle between these two. Jump on the helicopter cam as they head down the back straight. Through this beautiful corner. It used to be quite a infamous turn, the 130R. In GT cars, it still is quite a challenge. When you're talking about Formula cars, it's almost a flat-out curve now. Oh, Angry runs a little bit deep there, so we've seen that happen a few times tonight from a few drivers. Eagle Win taking a nice tight line through there, through the final turn, onto the front straight. You see if he can pick up a little toe. I don't think he's close enough to make a move into turn 1. We'll see how we go though. So he's able to stay with him though. We've got just over 4 minutes left in this one. Eagle Win trying to hunt down Angry Old Fella. Claim that P2. It's where Angry finished last week. The same situation right now. As we've got someone awesome who took home the race win. So, oh, that was going through Dunlop from Angry. Got a little bit oversteery through there. We've seen him kind of drifting it through there for a number of laps. Oh, Eagle Win closing right up now. What can he do? So Angry Old Fella goes defensive, very defensive. He's got the old switchback. Oh, he can't quite do it. Just doesn't have the legs on it right now. A good battle. We've got just over 3 minutes remaining. These two fighting out for the final podium positions. What's P2, P3? Oh no, Angry runs wide at Spoon. Oh no, Eagle gets sideways as well. Doesn't make any contact. Can he pull it together? Oh, he's all over the place. Oh, he took P2 for a couple of seconds there. So they both made mistakes. He just couldn't quite get the traction down. It was almost like he had a puncture or something then. So go through the 130R one more time. climbing right over those curbs. Eagle Wind. He wants this. He wants P2. He's had a cracking battle for a long time now between these two in this race. Two pro drivers. Coming to turn one. So 2 minutes left in this one. So they'll go around. We didn't get the signal that it was the leaders on the last lap. They have been lapping around 2:13, so this could possibly be the last lap of the race. So someone awesome coming up through Dunlop. So I just want to make sure I can get him as he crosses the line, if it is the last lap. I didn't see the notification, so they could go one more after this one. We'll keep an eye out for it. Eagle just dropping back a little bit now. Angry takes a very tight line through Degner 2. That's not the optimal line. Through the chicane, so he's starting to run out of corners to have a go at him. Next opportunity he has, let's see how they go through Spoon this time. So the last lap around, Angry ran very wide, and then Eagle had a big moment. Seems a lot cleaner this time between the both of them. Both taking very similar lines and a lot tidier from both drivers. So mistake-free this time around. This is someone awesome. Just want to make sure if it is the last lap. I didn't see the ticker. I think we might go one more after this one. We've got just over 20 seconds left. He's going to go one more lap, I would think. He's looked pretty solid as well, someone, all night. And this will definitely be the final lap. Oh, just as well. 3, 2, oh, it is the final by 1 second. So he could have almost backed off and timed it to perfection then, but we're going to go one more lap. This is the final lap of the race. This is round 13 of the Go2Whoa series, GT4 ACC series. Only a few races left for this season. Let's see what Eagle can do. He's got this final lap. He's got less than 18 turns now to try and get past Angry Old Fella in that Mercedes and get one step further up on the podium. We see this on the wear and tear. Oh no, Angry runs wide through Dunlop. He runs very wide, and that's opened it up for Eagle, so he's able to get it done. Eagle moves up into P2. Just needs to go through Degner 1, Degner 2. Oh, Angry almost cuts the corner on Degner 1. Oh, Eagle runs wide, almost hits the wall as he comes under the bridge. Now Angry's got to turn it. Oh, he almost turned it around. Runs deep into the hairpin. Oh, what a last lap battle here this is. Going through, oh my goodness gracious. So I thought that Angry was going to be turned around for all money then. I thought he was going to go around, but he didn't. He had Eagle Wind in his back quarter panel, but he managed to stop him from turning around. Can he hang on to P2? Someone awesome just about to come through the 130R. We'll get to him in a moment. But that's the only chance that Eagle's going to have for this one. He's coming through the 130R into the hairpin. Into the chicane. Oh, Angry runs wide through the 130R. Get back to it in a second. Someone awesome's got to take the win. Angry Old Fella runs wide through the chicane. He's got to hang on to P2, so it was someone awesome in P1. Angry Old Fella in P2. Is Eagle Wind going to get him on the line? I think he is. He does. He gets him. He gets him by 800ths of a second. So Eagle Wind takes P2 by 800ths of a second. What a cracking battle between those two drivers till the very end. That last lap battle between those two. They swapped positions 2 times and Eagle Wins pipped him by 800ths of a second. What a last lap. What a battle between those two for all those laps. Congratulations to both drivers. Somewhat awesome. He's taking out the victory, doing some celebration donuts. Eagle Win takes P2 and Angry Old Fella in P3. So it looks like someone awesome. He's very happy with himself right now. Psycho, he's taken P4. Mersey Blue P5. Stanhouse in P6. This man Hammer, he's going to be chased all the way home by Big Les Gaming. Look at all those wall wounds he's got on that car. So he's seen a few scrapes and scraps tonight. So they come through the Casio chicane for the final time. Hammer, he's going to take P7. Big Les Gaming, I reckon he got damage early on, which stopped him from competing up the front. So he's had a good race anyway. He finished in P8. Vert Wheeler, he's a long way behind. He's coming through Spoon Curve now, so he'll be the last driver on track to finish the race. But wow, what a cracking battle between Angry Old Fella and Eagle Win Death Roll. 800ths of a second, pipped him on the line. Oh, that was fantastic racing. That's what you that's why you watch racing, to see cracking battles like that. So great driving by both of them. There was contact, there was passing, there was everything. So well done. That was awesome to watch. It was awesome to commentate on as we see Vert Wheeler comes across the line, the last car on the track to finish P9. So well done to him. But it's someone awesome in the other green Mercedes. He's taken out victory for round 13. And I agree with you, Kerber. What a finish. Have a big accident there. Thankfully, the race is over. But it was someone awesome. Eagle Win Death Roll and Angry Old Fella take out the top 3 positions. Congratulations to those drivers, and thank you for putting on such a show. I think Big Les said in the early on in the chat that hopefully you can put on a big show for us. Big Les, you guys certainly did. I think you're a bit unlucky tonight. You copped a little bit of damage. You could have been up there a little bit higher. But nonetheless, there's always next week. So that pretty much wraps it up for round 13 of the GT4 Go2Whoa series. I hope you all enjoyed that race. And we'll see you next week. So until then, stay safe. Look after yourself. My name's Nick. I'll see you next time.